Sorry, thank you for the sound. Yep, there you go. Got you back. So I don't know why that microphone mutes out like that occasionally, but it does. Thank you everyone for telling me. Um, so anyway, this was the two that we waited on, two player wins. We bet 100 there and we lost. We bet 200 there and we lost. We bet 400 there. We had a tie. That's what that mark is. And then we bet 400 there and we won. And so with the commission from the 400, it put us up $80. So we have one win for the banker now. And tell me, I hope everybody can hear me now. Okay. I think I've got the microphone on. Tell me if you guys can hear me or not. Somebody give me a thumbs up or say, yeah, it's good, or say something, or tell me it's still no sound. Okay, so we're good. All right, good. So we're gonna make another shot at this. That's a banker. We got one banker win there. Now we got one player again. So we want to get two wins. Now this thing gets even better. I'm talking to you guys that are playing this a lot, Chuck Ritter. It gets even better if you get the patience to wait out three. But we've got two here, so we're going to go ahead and play. And we're going to play $100 on the banker again because we got two player bets there. So there's $100 on the banker. And there's one loss, so there's the martingale. So that means the player has 3 wins. The player has 4 wins now. We're going to martingale one more time. Maybe we'll lose this one. Nope, we won it again. So now we've won $80 twice. Again, there it is. We've had a streak of the player 2 times, but all we had to do was get that one win each time, and we're up $160. So now we have one banker win. We're going to have a no bet. They don't mind you sitting out at the Baccarat table. They don't mind it at all. Okay, so there's 2 wins by the banker. There they are. So we're going to bet 100 on the player. And there's a $100 player bet. And a loss. Let me see what Powder Girl. In 4 months, I will go to casino for the first time, staying at the Virgin. Any advice? A little scary. It's very scary to approach the tables, Powder Girl. We've got to talk more than this. There's a whole lot to tell you. You want to go have some fun, throw some chips in the air and lose your money. But if you're going there to truly win, it's a very serious thing to do. Hey, George Loyola, welcome. So we're going to stay with this. And Powder Girl, you can email me or we can talk more. You can add comments here and I'll respond to you. You don't have to be a member. You don't have to be in the syndicate. I will make answers for everyone. And thank you, Trish. I'm glad you can hear me, my lousy voice. We're going to go a double bet here on the player, $200. And that's a $100 win there. So now we are up $260. And this is exactly how it works at the table. It sometimes catches a rough patch and sometimes doesn't. Let's see where we are here. Okay, so we're, as you can see, the predominant thing, and this is an important thing to realize, we have these streaks, yes, but predominantly this game is done by 2s and by singles. And so even though we have 3 streaks here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pairs or chops, as we say. And so we have one banker win there. Before we make a bet, we're going to have another play. And there's 2 banker wins. So now we're going to play $100 on the player. We have the 2 wins by the banker. If you wait 3, you're even more powerful. With that loss, we're going to martingale one time on the player. Hey, Amy Vinces, nice to see you. So we've lost 2. We're going to martingale this last time. And this is a $400 bet. And now we lost it. Okay, so here's what you can do here. So I can go to D'Alembert right here, like I'm going to do it. I'm going to go to 600, or you can sit out and begin a D'Alembert or a martingale on the next go around. You can wait 2 and begin again, or wait 3 and begin again. Always more strong to wait 3. But right here, I'm going to bet $600 on the player. This is actually a D'Alembert up 4 units of I'm sorry, yeah, up 4 units, I'm gonna go up 4 units, $50. Okay, so I'm going up 4 units to $600. Okay, so we're digging the hole now, all right, so this is where you decide whether you should have dug this hole or not, but we're going to $800. Okay, so we wanted the $800 level, right? So we wanted the $800 level, but we're still down, and so our next bet is going to be at 650. It's going to be down 3 units. So we're going to have, we got one player win. This was how bad that streak was right there. This is what you saw. We lost, we lost, we lost, we lost, we won. If we'd martingale all the way out now, we'd have the money here, but you'd have had to make a big bet. And so that's what we were trying to avoid. But it is going to break. It's not going to go all day. But nevertheless, we got one player win. Let's have a no bet. And now we got a banker win, so that's a chop. We're going to get 2 in a row. We're looking for 2 in a row. And that's a player win. We're waiting out for 2. Chopping. That's what it does most of the time, despite all the streaks. So where are we now? We're at 1 player win. Because it did the singles. You saw the lineup there. I have not heard about that hotel, Amy. You can tell me about it, though. I'd like to hear about it. So we got 1 banker win now. And it's going back and forth, but you can have patience. Nobody's going to be pushing you at the table to play. So where are we now? We have 2 player wins. So I'm going to bet $650 on the banker. That's where we left off. I'm restarting our D'Alembert. 3 units down from the 800 we were at. So we're at $650 bet on the banker. So now we got to go to $850. We're at an $850 bet on the banker. And we're having all the adversity that I was hoping that we would have, so that's what we're having. So we go to 1,050. Now I'm going to tell you later that I might not do this playing live with money because there are other alternatives to this. But at the 1,050 mark, so what we're going to do now is we're going to try to get 2 in a row again to bet. So there's 1 banker bet. And the chop over, we got to get 2 in a row. We got just 1, right? Yep, 1 banker win. The big board is a great thing to look at, not to bet off of, but to know where you are. So there is 2 bankers, right? There's 2 bankers. Waiting for 3 is even better. The next D'Alembert bet is $900. There is the $900 bet. And we're just struggling tonight. $900 goes to $1,100 on the player. Okay, with that $1,100 win, the next bet is $950. We have 1 player. We've been struggling all night long. This happens. So there's 2 player wins. We're going to go to the banker for $950. That's the next D'Alembert level. See, this is what happens in Baccarat. The banker had the winning hand, but the banker's 3rd card had to take a 3rd card because the player got a 4. The 3rd card reduced the banker from a 5 to a 1. And that does happen. And so now we got to play $1,150. $1,150 is the next D'Alembert bet, and it's on the banker. So now we want to get 2 in a row. There's a banker win at $11.50. The next D'Alembert bet is $1,000. And it chopped over. So we keep our powder dry. So I think that's 2 player wins, right? Yep. So let's go to the banker. They're sticking us on banker a lot for $1,000. That's the bet. And this is the first time we won them back to back, but you will win them back to back. Now, here is where the beauty of this comes in. If you take a look at the total down there, we are won $551. We busted through our $400 goal. We made $551. It looked like we got slaughtered. That's how it looks. But if you have the patience and you stick with it, it will come back around. And you can see here, from the time that we begun this, I'm not sure exactly where we started, but I think we started somewhere around here. So we had a streak of players, and then we had banker streak. But if you look, it's really predominantly 1s, 2s, and 3s. And that's where you make your money. In our game, looking at your big board, I can tell you right now, looking at this board, you win here, 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 you struggle here, you win there. A little bit of struggle there, you win here, a little teeny bit of a struggle here, you win there. This big struggle, but we win. Now we're sitting out because you don't do anything here. And here, you waited 2, you lost, you won, you went on the 3rd bet. And here, this was all when we were in D'Alembert, by the way. But what we needed to do was get to here. And so when we got to here and we won, after just this many bets, that bet, we lost here, and we waited here, we lost here, we won. We waited here, we lost there, we won. We waited here, and we won immediately. And that tells you, you can look at the big road and you can see how the game was. Like, I'll play no bet for like 70 to 75 hands to go the whole shoe, and I can review the big board, and I can see where the struggle was, and I can see where the easy wins were, but I can also see where you win all the time. Like even here, let's play martingale all the way down and say, we waited here, we bet $100. We bet $200. We bet $400. We bet $800 right there, and there's the win, which means you're up $100 for that series. It looked very hard, but you were still up $100. You just didn't want to go to the 800 if you could avoid it. But here, we waited 2, we bet 100, we bet 200, we bet 400, and won there. We waited 2, we bet 100 and lost, we bet 200 and won. Again here, here's your problem again. We waited 2, 100, 200, 400. We went to D'Alembert, 600, we lost, and then at 800, we win. So then we're going to wait out these, and here we start again, but we started with D'Alembert, but we had a losing, lost here and here, then won, and we're still D'Alembert. We watch these, then we lost there, then we won, lost there, then we won, and this was the kicker, because this one gave us the $1,150 win, and that gave us the $1,000 win, which is $2,150 together, which brought us back to the $551 profit. That's why I say all the time, in any game, I don't care what game you're playing, you've got to know how to select, yes. You've got to have the bankroll, yes. Hey, Gordon, glad to have you, buddy. Welcome. But more importantly, the bet. It's all about the bet. I don't care what we're going to play. It's going to be all about the bet. And let's do this. Well, I couldn't get it to work, so I'll do it this way. Because if you guys want to stay longer, I'm going to show you something else here. Let's go to this. This is something everybody knows. So let me go here. I've got noise on. I hope you guys don't mind that. So this is the single zero wheel back into high limit lounge. Do you want to play double zeros? I'll play double zeros if you want to see double zeros. Somebody tell me right quick, whether single zeros okay or you want to play double zeros. Somebody send me a note, because we'll show this really quick. This is not nearly as good a game as Baccarat, but it is a game that everybody understands. And so lots of times, okay, we're going to play single zero. John Bradway came in. We're going to play single zero. We're going to play it like a high limit lounge. We're going to pay $100. So what we're going to do is we're going to watch a spin. We've got one red number up there, right? Hey, Joseph. Oh, Joseph wants me to go double. Okay, I'll give you one in a minute, Joseph. Let's go this. Let's do this first time. So I'll show you how I would play this, how I would play roulette, knowing that roulette is a very dangerous game to play. But here's what I would do. I got two blacks in a row. Now, just like in Baccarat, there are black and red, just like banker and player. But in this game, there are 18 of the bankers and 18 of the players. And there's one in there called a single zero that is the house number, because we're not going to play that number. But I've got black numbers there, so I would go with $100 on red right here. The same way I weighted two. Now these odds are not nearly as good. George, I'm going to come back to double zero just 1 second, just so we can play it that way too. But I would play red here for $100. And we lose. So I would martingale it on red, the same way as Baccarat, although I'm telling you, this game is not more dangerous than Baccarat. But there is your win, and you're up $100. Just that simple. Now we'll go to the double zero wheel for fun, and I will change this over to the Yankee American wheel, where they take you to the cleaners. Okay, so there is, we're going to still play it like we're on a high limit lounge. There's a double red, so we're going to bet $100 on black right now. The two zeros on either side of that wheel, they are house numbers. And there's the $100. And so this is how you can play the roulette if you are stuck with roulette and you want to play it. And like, I think it was Amy, it was before talking about going to Vegas. I would play Amy on a low budget roulette, because she's not going to be able to afford Baccarat in all likelihood. And she may not even know how to play Baccarat. But everybody knows how to play roulette, and everybody knows how to weight two colors and play the opposite color. And then you could play it for 3 rounds. If it comes up red for 5 straight, you can go to D'Alembert, or you can stand out and wait for 2 in a row again and resume your betting at the same level. That is one thing that I would do. I would resume the betting at the same level. And so I hope I've covered enough things tonight. I've been missing doing these simulations, and this gives me more time to talk to you than being at the Shelbyville Casino and talking about the action that we had just had. But you guys are here for the money, and I want to win the money, and I want to be able to tell you guys straight out, we got the money. And Angel has just texted me. He's in a hotel in D.C. right now, and he's putting together all the numbers. Angel's got the books, and we got to get money out to you guys for the month of March. Even with the one loss we had, $900, we recovered all of our money, and it was really, really a good time to do it. So because I wanted to be able to have the close to at least the same amount as last month. That's why I played more at the end. You saw that I kept going because I was trying to get the money for us. So I kind of took one for the team and made that trip over and over again. But if you look, like Trish was saying, single zero wheel, I wish I could get, let's look at it here. So if you look at the single zero wheel, like 12, 35, 3, 26, 12, 35, 3, 26, if you did 12, 25, I think it was 3, 26. I think that's what it was. And then maybe 9, 4, 21, 2. I'll get these numbers right after this. We're just having some fun here. This is showing you an 8 number. I think I've shown this before, but this gives me a kick, this game here. These are the numbers that surround the 0. I think I had 23 covered, or 32 and 15 covered. So, Oh, I got to cover that. Okay, so now I'm going to cover this many, and I'm going to Fibonacci this. So I'm going to add one to it, and if I lose, we'll just lose right now. Hey, Booyah! Hey, Chuck. Yeah, tell him, Chuck. Hey, don't forget to hit the like button for me tonight, and so we can't get it around there. We got to be around the zero. So I'm just going to keep betting it because we got unlimited money. We wanted to land around that zero. Just missed it. The 21 just missed it. So I'm really aggressively Fibonacciing this thing here for fun. That's my buddy in Florida's favorite number. That's his favorite number is at 17. He plays it like he thinks it's going to hit all the time. Hey, Green Shark. Trying to get it to hit around that zero. And I'm having fun because I got plenty of money. Won't sneak up on it. This would be Chuck Ritter. He'd bet this kind of money. Did we get one? No, just missed it. I think I should have had that number. I think because I didn't see where the wheel was, I think I missed 35 because we should have had that number. Okay, so we should have won with the 35. Oh, we did win with that one. Okay, so that's a $64,000 win because we played it all the way to where we finally had a 2. There it is. And so Fibonacci is combining the previous 2 bets after all losses. I do Fibonacci every now and then on craps table for fun. I buy the 4 and the 10. You guys that play craps know what that means. I buy the 4 and the 10 for the table minimum. If it's $10, I got $10 on each one. If it loses, I go to 20. If it loses, I go to 30. If it loses, I go to 50. But usually somewhere between all those dice being thrown, there's a 4 and a 10. And when it hits, you got your money. Chuck Ritter would tell you right away. When it hits, you got your money. And for you not to get your money playing craps like that, you got to have a lot of bad luck. Because if you think about it, there's 3 ways to roll a 4 and there's 3 ways to roll a 10. The only number that beats you, because you only start your bet after a point has been made. Craps cannot take your point away. The 2, 3, or 12 cannot take your money away because you've got a point established. Say 5, say 6, say 4, 10, doesn't matter. You're going to buy the 4 and the 10 at the table minimum, and the roller's going to roll until he rolls a 7. When he rolls a 7, okay, you lost, and now you can Fibonacci your next bet. But the thing to keep in mind is there are 6 ways to roll a 7, and there are 6 ways to roll either a 4 or a 10. So that actually means of the 36 ways dice can be rolled, there are 6 ways to get beat with a 7. There are 6 ways to win with a 4 or a 10, which actually means even money, but the 4 or 10 plays 2 to 1. It doesn't pay even money. And so that's why it's a good bet to make at the craps table is to buy the 4 and the 10 after a point is made and Fibonacci the 4 and 10 until it hits. Then take your little bit of money and say, okay, I beat the craps table. Because you will beat the craps table because eventually the 4 and 10 are going to hit. All you had to do was have enough money to do it. And I wish Chuck Ritter had a microphone because he'd tell you exactly this. Although Chuck can play the dark side, he can show you how to beat everything on the craps table. So Ted Rogers, hey, and Larry Gessler, welcome. Thank you to all of you. Please hit a like on the way out. Amy, send me a note if you're going to be out there, and I'll talk to you about your roulette game or however you want to play. I want you to have some fun. You aren't going to be able to play professionally unless you have a whole pile of money. And I play professionally, but I got a whole pile of money that I can use to make sure we get our $400 every night. And I have every intention of getting our $400 every night until our goal is 500, and until our goal is 600. And I'm going to play it. I'm going to play it as hard as I can for you guys. Thank you so very much. God bless you all. So the King will be seeing you guys again soon. Hopefully I'm live tomorrow night.